Shugor nakaslem jong unong Saiñ Hima.
Ko komiti bala khle de Dr. Maisel Amperin lingdo menteri ketanat ain kalabtha ye ki Seng Saiñ Pyrthei ba kenya Ïatai hala ki jong ki Seng halor kamat Balei ba anhap man penbet thmai ke reservation policy bat hadin kata ke komiti kan sa syong jingelang biang hadin lai tayo. Kani ke komiti ke bala thau de sarkar ban ye Ïatai bat baro ki Seng Saiñ Pyrthei halor ke reservation roster bat ke reservation policy bat minta ka sngi ke lai puai trik jembang la syong jingelang ha secretariat. Haba krench kilar pathai khubor hadin ke jingelang ke bala ne palat lai kenta ke kong amprin kala ong baki Seng kin pensyong nong rim ye ki daw ki ba penlong ye ki ban dawa ban penbet thmai ke reservation policy. Hagani ke jingelang kala ya thu baki don ki Seng Saiñ Pyrthei ki bala penpau ba ye ke reservation policy dai ban Pynneh bet Kumjuh ko makalong menta halor gani ka kong amprin kala ong ru ba kita ki Seng ru ki dai ban ai ki daw ba Balei ki Kwah ban yeng ha kata ka nong rim ka komiti kan sei kendo biang hadin lai tayo anda ki Seng Saiñ Pyrthei ki lawan ra ye ki jing ai jingmut bat anda la dep nadong syadong ka komiti kan sa Phah ye ki jing ai jingmut sya ka sarkar
ki lawan sya kmat bat put snow ye ki snow ki repair kata mga takeaway, wala barok di political parties kini ada kaju mo. Pagba habalaya kana hakani tingin hapha igi minute sa kasulta. Ni hapha lang. Idor gi party gi ba agree, idor gi party ba agree. Tinringin haple ila ka jong ba kata la det yakana. Kita jing ai jingmut ong barok ki political parties kiya hab jingmut. Idor gi points pa suggest baki kilam ya hab jingmut ki don bade ki point ba suggest ki bai ki take in ya hab jingmut ti kum kata kalaja ngai hapden kata ka jing trend jumi kalong kumba imat baro hi ki Kwah don bentalang banya trend ya kani ka jing Pynkylla ne ka jing Pegbiang ya ka state reservation policy baro ki political parties ru ki Seng Saiñ Pyrthei ru ki sutho hi ba kane ka rai ban Pynkylla ya kata ka state reservation policy omla dangi ka committee banle ikin walang ye kita ki jing ai jing mut chungki ye ki jing bam ya hap jing mut chungki halor ki tu ki mat ki bakti ya friend ne mangi na kalian ka committee ni la ya kerpat iki ba haba ki ong le kumni ki hapan ai ru ka justification ki hapan pet ru ba na poison shari ka don kanu ka kanram ka ban penjenjang pat ya ka jella ka hi idon di political parties ki bong nimpat Kwah ban rai na man hablek hai shaki political parties la jong ban panjing bun atong in pan ka expert committee ne hatong in Pynkylla ka to ne tong in Pynkylla ka ne hakukul kajing kren jumi kalong kaba I say so kabang ilay rai itu ki atli ki parties ki baklem don lang hakatu committee ni kong ni ki don ka to ka ni jikli kin senang ya kendo ya ki officers bakin ya peg kita kijing kren jumi hakatu sni ki don kijing kali ka to ka ni ki ba ni kum ka so committee ni ong ya ka sarkar ailan iki banle Ailan iki banle nang pabaro kin ya sutho ke ai kata ka rosta ke ai kata kijing ha kata ka reservation policy but kani ka committee ka bangin hap ya form ite om baro ki political parties ki biya snow badam kam namar ki don bane ki political parties ki bangin hap le phai shwash po parties la jong pan discuss don ki parties ki bo ong penyat be chakman lada ka sarkar ka penbet ya ketua OM jong bunai Mei 2022 paradi particularly tingray ya kata ni hapan ra yang hi sya kata ka sya kani ka committee banya pet pat atong nilai yang hundur ne ya tigidon bade gi boong em ya sakman tingin hap ya pet ya din hap ya kendo ya ni klam ya ay akong kata ka benta yang ni bangin ya no rasay na sisni na asni na matani kam chong hangi ngin ra sa kasarkar mamtaray ka sarkar ru kan la pan suong tawo ya kani ka committee kumni namar kidon ki NGOs kidon ki civil society members kidon ki members Bapel, kidon ki kidon ki Seng nyam, kidon ki Kumjuh, di Kwah resi ban ai jembut. Kin hak nga, yakini barok sa kasarkar bakan petpat bakan ai talam, ya barok. Bakum kani taka historical decision patu ya poi sa katatong. Ngitermen ba ki political parties barok sila yun. Bat ngitermen bangi kung kita kinong sim banta haksan Pyrthei na jela tungi nginya na shisin to nginya khana to hapdeng ni jingbong ya 100% ban ya don jingnya sutu lang at least ngidi ban wa ita ka middle path no ya kanita kantin na atu reservation policy we have high justification Balei di ban we na ban chuwen have I got the justification Makani kajing walang ya reservation policy ha pajalla ko ito tungi kalong guided by constitution, guided by law. So anyone can ask anything, but please give your justifications so that the same will be forwarded to the next level, which is the government. We cannot know what the government will do with that information, but at least when you ask in a political meeting like this, there must be kadibandan justice ke. Balei pang, na mencupan kat bangsa itu. Hap supplement, hap supplement daka jing shisha, hap supplement daka ain, hap supplement daka constitution, kemudian ka guiding factor jongka jing penyan lagi sokar. Mereka lalu mabalak ki berok ki cupan kat Pokemon ti kamnak long kata. Mereka sokar mereka shimti ya kano berai shim. Kidon kita kiba pihak pe. Kamdai ko besok. Even submit no kita ki papers. Kidon kiba ong in submit batch sa kata ka committee dalam form. Kidon kiba ong in submit happening the committee dini. Tila na jong kajing sutu. Takadang din sa ito mantaya ka sangkar da kabangi ong kini gidi kibang niya discuss kini gidi kibalong ibaya kren.
There is no dispute on the roster system, only dispute is on reservation.
There is dispute on the roster because of lack of information. Certain political parties have sought additional information before they take a call. Certain, in the previous sitting, there were certain recommendations to the committee. The government is now engaged in studying all of those recommendations. So we will again take all that we discussed today to the government. Political parties in the state of Meghalaya today, there were points where there was a different opinion. There were points where there was an agreement. We decided to take a few positive steps. For example, 2 political parties that did not participate with us in the previous meeting and were not privy to the discussions of that meeting will be again meeting with the officers to satisfy their understanding of a proposed roster. There is one thought which says form a committee of experts, legal background, constitutional background, then economical background, somebody from the economics department that will look at data, that will look at evaluation of population. So there was a mixed suggestion here, and in the meanwhile we have requested all political parties that we will accordingly submit all of these deliberations to the government. Government will then review and take its decision on all the suggestions that we submitted. Probably maybe 3 weeks from today. Some parties have requested government to immediately notify this committee, but then some parties are saying that we have to go back first. So it's still very obscure, but I hope that the positive vibes that I got in this meeting today will result well in the interest of the people of the state of Meghalaya.
What was the mind of?
Have their own opinions. Some have asked for status quo, Some have said review on these points. But all of those presentations were made verbally. Now we cannot make a verbal presentation in front of a committee and expect the committee to understand what you mean by that. The second thing is, you may come with a drop menu and say we want this done. But you also have to give justification so that government, if at all it considers any of your suggestions, or for that matter that expert committee, should it be an independent committee, should it not be an independent committee, we don't know. But you at least have to justify it. And each political party will be responded to individually. And then we can have a common discussion again. The next meeting is 3 weeks from now. Role here, not that it's inconclusive. Our role here is to communicate and send a minute to the government on all the various aspects that were discussed. We cannot say it's inconclusive because we are not authorized to say it will be inconclusive if somebody was really protesting, but that didn't happen. However, we are just going to ensure that government is aware that all political parties have discussed these points. They have suggested these points. Some people are objecting to these points.
Is it roster will not be discussed because of two?
No, we cannot say like that. Two political parties were not able to attend the last meeting for whatever reason. We need to please consider that we had a cordial discussion today. Please consider withdrawal. So let us see what they say. We don't know what they will say, but it is our duty also as colleagues in politics to give advisories to them. But we can only give advisories to them. We don't know what their decisions are. We hope that they will come out positive.
We have seen that
Second committee meeting, we could not discuss even all these letters that have come to government. We have not been able to discuss all of that. To send it to the government and seek its advice. Committee was informed that these letters have come to us. Today's letter from the Janki Hills region is not yet discussed. We still have many more things to do. Reservation policy is a huge epic. I don't think we'll be able to discuss everything in one sitting. It will take time and we request public to please bear with us.
So what will be the next meeting of the committee?
Committed to receive opinion. Compile the opinions received and submit to the next authority, which is the government. We are only committed to do that. And we will do all of that in 1 month as was given to us. Please remember that anything I say may be misconstrued, understood. I will refrain. I am now a neutral person. I am a chairperson of this committee of all political parties. I will maintain my neutrality.
Because there is no decision as such. That is what we are asking.
In the last meeting, you mean to tell me no decisions were taken? We recommended. We got permission. A new TOR was submitted to us. How can you say that we have no...
Can you tell us 1, 2, 3? What will
Yeah, so they have to substantiate. I've given you that drop down menu. Beyond that, it is not in the fitness of things for me to say X party, Y party. Debate amongst political parties on the state reservation policy. That is our mandate. We have initiated that dialogue. And these minutes are still going to be pending. Because all political parties came and presented verbally without justification. Now they have to go back and justify. If you want this to be deleted in the policy, then you have to give your legal justification. How can we justify what you're asking for? So if you're saying that we want to include this word, that also you have to justify and bring in writing, because verbally anyone can talk anything. It's not productive. Say for example, one political party or two political parties may have said, or three political parties may have said status quo. But they also have to justify why they want a status quo. So we cannot. We are just going to take care that we summarize all of our discussions and forward them to the government. But then, pending hard copy submission with legal justification, unlikely this committee can meet and discuss it. And like we said, we were all in agreement. You need a very specialized committee. A committee which has constitutional knowledge, somebody from the constitutional side, somebody from the economics and the survey and the statistics side. So many aspects are there. Somebody with the expert of law, and likely that kind of a committee you have to likely solicit their participation, and this committee is not authorized. We are just going to suggest.
Just to the government.
Discussion. Some parties feel that we must go ahead with recruitment once the roster is made clear to parties that were not part of the previous meeting. Some say that put the recruitments on hold. So we know one thing, that today's deliberations were very, very positive, and we have communicated accordingly to all political parties that kindly please go back to your respective political parties with those discussions. And we hope that these discussions will then result positively so that we have political parties on board. We need to be on the same page. And the very fact that there were divergent views on their opinions of that reservation policy goes on to say that we are likely at the level of this committee not competent to really discuss all those matters. We have requested all political parties also to prepare their suggestions, omissions, cancellations, deletions with substantial legal footing. Because we can all suggest whatever we want, but we need to also make sure that we clear the legal scrutiny. As the state, political parties are mandated to review with condition that there will be no obstruction or scrutiny that will result negatively for the government. More or less, this is what we have said. It was a very vibrant, proactive discussion, and I don't see that we should have any problems with that.